I'm back at it again, dressed as a fucking unicorn. Because I just wanted to say one or two things. Say what you want about the people who own the media, but they're smart. They are very smart. Honestly, I gotta give it to them. I gotta give it to them because they know exactly who we are. They know exactly what we want. They know exactly what we buy. They know exactly what hurts us. And I also feel like they know that every man has a big ego, a big ass ego. Sometimes I was wondering, how can people be convinced to kill so much innocent people? How can a whole country fall into war and despair? How can this and that happen? And then they'll blame the entire country. They'll blame America, right? But it's not America. You know what I mean? It's not, oh, Rwanda went through this, so the whole continent of Africa or Rwanda is bad now. No, it's the men. It's the men. I also wondered a lot, how could Haiti still be bad? It's the men. They're horrible people. They are horrible people. All right. And not because of porn, not because of this or you didn't treat a woman right. No. I've just seen something I can never unseen. I'll be okay. You know what I mean? I will be okay. But this is how people can be convinced to kill and murder and stalk and steal. Because every man wants to be top dog. They don't give a fuck about who they hurt, to get it, who they hurt, who they enslave, who they wrong. So yes, people can be convinced to kill, hurt, steal, starter, enslaved, because you go to a country with less, like Haiti, and you'll see a man living large with his wife, who's none the wiser, his kids. We have it in every country. You know what I mean? It's like, and then those girls don't care. They feel special. They feel special. They don't give a fuck that kids are being enslaved and a bunch of women are being raped. They think it could never be them until it is them. Like, it's so, I don't know. It's like it's not even the handmaiden's tale because it's just human nature. They'll never have sympathy for anybody until it is them, and it's going to be them. And they never understand. Like, you think you're gonna be on top forever. It doesn't work that way. All right. The person on top will be the lesser. You have to take the lesser role. It's just a system. So you see a man that's too fresh or too shy, and really he's just insecure because he's in competition with his buddies. And he's too busy trying to enslave and hurt somebody who is innocent because of what the next man said. One. Or two, they are too busy. Like, it just gets worse and worse and worse over time, because if you can do this to somebody because you don't actually give a fuck about children, you don't care about 12-year-olds, you don't give a fuck about them. You know what I mean? You just don't care about that. You're too busy trying to tell me to forgive my mom, and I'm not gonna fucking forgive her. Not until I get the fuck out of here. But she's weird. Like, weird. But that's not the point. The point is, I see how it could really happen. Because it's like, you think a man, it's like it'll get worse and worse over time. If they can't do this, right? Take over the media, enslave a bunch of women because of porn, because of what people watch online. Now some of them are saying the phone is you really you, the phone is really you whole time. Not everybody think like that. If they can torture an innocent person, yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna keep on going. It's gonna keep on going because you could see the next man in his car looking big and tough, overcompensating, and then the next man he has the same car overcompensating and everything. That's exactly how a whole country falls because you can. This is just the start, and nobody even sees it. This is just the start. They think their rival gang is on top, and they've never even experienced something like that. They're tough now. That's how every man fall. I'm telling you, every man falls. They in their youth, they enslaved the women around them. They killed everybody they can kill, and by the time they fucking reach 80, now look, another man who is younger, more violent, more radical than you is taking over. And you can't even be mad because you did the same thing in your youth. Ain't it sad? The same thing that my dad went through. He's so mad at my oldest brother for having 3 kids with like 2 different people. Guess my dad has like 11 kids with different people. But by the time he realized he was wrong, his idea is already lived on. There's already another violent man hurting somebody because they need you to cower in fear so you could beg for the protection. And I don't fucking want that. I don't want to fucking be around somebody who's gonna make make me feel fearful and make me feel like I can't say no and I can't fight back and try to punish me to this extent for saying no to them and trying to tell me I can't even have my own issues. I can't have a panic attack. I can't because they're the man. Somebody who would turn my family against me, expose me. That's not somebody I want to be with. And if they can do it, right? If they can do it, they don't understand that this is going to keep happening. And it's going to keep happening because they did it. And then one day they're going to be fucking 40, 50 years old and they're going to see their son doing the same thing that they did. And they're gonna fucking hate their son. And it's just like a perpetual cycle, man. It's like a cycle. Every every generation, and it just keeps getting worse and worse for men. It's like they don't want to let go of the idea. They don't want to understand that women are like equal for some reason. Um, yeah, they don't want to understand that women are equal, and a lot of women they don't want to understand that everyone's equal either. They want to be the one on top. They want to be on top and say, "I'm working, so I deserve better than the next woman," or "I have this, so I deserve better than the next woman." And whole time he's cheating on you too. Whole time he's embarrassing you too in a different way. Yo, it's a shame. Anyways, I really hope all my neighbors burn in hell. You're gonna fucking remember me because it's gonna come true. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You live in a whole you live in a gang affiliated neighborhood. This person dies by gang violence. You cut one head off. The gang violence doesn't stop. Now there's a power vacuum, and then the next man wants this man's spot. Am I ashamed? Mel, you might have given these people the okay to abuse me because guess what? I said no to one man and his brother. He gave the whole neighborhood the okay to bully me and put my life in danger because he made himself king. And he doesn't understand he's not king. I seen my dad who was top shit in Haiti, and he's just like any other man now. I see my grandpa who had literally a bunch of land, and that was the thing back in the day. You have a bunch of land, and he was the top man. Now he's just a man, and he dies this he's dying the same way every man dies. It's sad. It's fucking sad because it's like by the time they realize it, and then sometimes they magically change because they had a daughter. By the time they realize it, you can't even fucking be mad when your daughter is going through the same thing you put an innocent woman to. You cannot be mad and start being all protective when you know you was the same fucking type of man.
Mm.
And then they be shaking in their boots. I'm telling you, they be so scared when they see their daughters talking to a man, and then they try to shame their daughters. You're like, oh, don't talk to this man. You're a blah blah because you're talking to a man. Whole time they were the same type of man. That's exactly how they be knowing. They be like, be scared of this man because they know there was exactly the type of man that would humiliate, torture, punish, expose, rape, kill a woman. Anyways, I think once you start doing this shit and you know you could get away with it, it'll just keep spreading. To be honest, because okay, now you have stalked and entrapped a innocent woman. You're gonna keep going, and you're gonna eventually suddenly have a change of heart at 30, and then you're gonna watch the next generation of young men that you groom start doing the same thing you did. Because it's like they don't even see themselves as humans. That's what I've been noticing lately. I'm like, oh, they don't even see themselves as humans. That's really what it really is. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, oh, I got my orders from this guy. I got my orders from this guy. And it's like, do you think everybody is just taking orders? Some people have have something deep in their soul that they cannot take orders from a fucking person telling them that's just you. You know what I mean? It's just you. Because some people you could tell them to kill and they won't do it. Do I think you can? But it's just like when ideas like this start take, taking shape. When ideas like this start taking shape, it's never gonna end. The next batch of men, after seeing their dad doing this to innocent people, they're gonna do worse. That's how much they care about children, by the way. Because it's like, bro, your child is seeing you doing this. All the kids outside are seeing you doing this, but you don't care because you think you had it so bad. Do you think you had it so bad and you have no sympathy for the people who live the same class as you, mind you, and you want to try to humble me and fucking humiliate me, and you really don't understand that this the same shit is gonna happen to your kid. I've seen it, but you know what? It's because some of these people, their family die young. Their family die young, so they never know. But my grandpa is 86, so I kind of and my dad is alive too. I might not live with him, but I see him sometimes, and he's mad as fuck at his son. Whole time, who the fuck is my dad? The same type of man who hurt my mom and kept cheating on her and kept cheating on his new wife and then kept cheating on his new wife. And now he's fucking 50 something. Not to shame him, I still love him, but it's just the truth. He didn't stop after losing my mom who loved him. After shaming her and and leaving her with two kids. He did not stop. All right, he got a new fucking wife. Right? And they think they don't even see themselves as human. They can always pass it on to the next guy well, I might be bad, but I'm not doing this. I might be bad, but I'm not doing this. Whole time they're the same fucking guy. They're the same guy who rather literally be in gang violence and harassing and entrapping women instead of just rising up to the occasion. And that's why men will never succeed. You can't tell me shit. They will never succeed. You know what I mean? They will never ever ever succeed. You think your buddy is gonna be like, don't do that. Treat no, they're not gonna fucking do that. So yeah, I'm so ashamed to really be human, but I'm ashamed of this neighborhood. And they can pretend to be they're all hiding indoors now, I bet, pretending like they weren't involved. And when you ask them, none of these people who have literally been trying to humiliate me, get me to commit suicide, setting off the fucking fire alarm every chance they get, talking about me, none of them will even know, remember. They won't even fucking remember because it was just a game to them. Life is just a game. They don't even see themselves as a real human. They don't care about themselves, and they will never care about you, and they will never care about me. That's sad. So when this idea start uploading rules, it's like you can try to take it back and pretend like you didn't do it, but all of your kids that you did it for the children seeing you doing this. The kids you had in, it's like, do you know how many people have been harassing me and their kids is in the car watching this shit? Do you know how many times these people see this gang violence and there's a bunch of kids just riding their bikes outside and the kid thinks that's just how life is and the kid thinks that this is normal. That's how much they care about children, okay? That's how much they care about children. So the idea will never die out because shit, my dad was in a gang. They never understand that the cycle of violence stops, not starts. It stops with you. You don't think you can make a difference? You don't think you could just stop what you're doing and then everybody in the community would stop too? No, because they're too afraid. And why are they afraid? Because they have killed a lot of people. All right? And their children know they've killed people, and the people around them know they've killed people, even if it's indirectly. So all they could do is pretend for the rest of their lives. All they could do is pretend for the rest of their lives. And I feel like that's sad. You know, there's people who have literally um it starts with like, oh, this person shoots this person, and now this little boy growing up is gonna just think, oh, okay, now this is what you do to get power and to get notoriety, and he's probably gonna do something even worse. So it's like once the idea starts, it's not gonna stop. And I also see that, no offense to the Haitians, but they brought the war in Haiti here too. Yep, they did. They could have had a peaceful life, a peaceful coonery life, and just helped the black Americans out, but they didn't. But I can't really be too mad because the black Americans are violent. If you actually try to help them out, no offense, but I'm not gonna fucking lock my hair and be y'all, alright? You be you. That's why you're you. But living in the hood, it's true. It's true. I'm telling you. I don't care what nobody tells me. They're violent. All right, because you try to help a black American out, they try to tell you that you're too good, you acting too good, and they try to bring you down like crabs in a barrel. All right, that's why I've been being harassed and stalked because one guy gave them the, oh, it's okay to bully this girl and harass this girl. So guess what they're gonna do? They did it. And that's why none of them will ever succeed and none of them will ever leave. Because you could leave your neighborhood, but you're gonna still be the same person. You cannot run away. So I be trying to tell my sister, you cannot run away from yourself. You can meet three different people and you will still be you. So yes, I am always dressed up as a unicorn. Yes, I don't dress up every day, but when I do dress up, I look like top shit. Yes, I be wearing pink all the time because I cannot run away from myself. You could try to be me, but you'll never be me because you cannot run away from yourself. Wherever you go, you are. You can leave the fucking country right now and you would still be you. And they don't get it. They don't get it. They think they could pretend and hide from being a violent male. They think they can pretend and hide because people or that people don't know that you're talking about them and people don't know that who you are, but everybody knows who you are. You rather be numb to being perceived and you don't like yourself. Insufferable, Mel. You are disgusting and I see who you are. But you know what? I'm glad I took the lesser road and I feel like everybody showed me who they are. If they knew I would still be here, they would hide even more. So thank God I seen your real faces because I never forget a face. I never forget a face. They're trying so hard to humiliate me and humble me right now so they could change my diagnosis and say that I'm a violent, crazy person, even though they know I'm innocent and I did not do anything to them. They're digging deep in my past to ruin my reputation and they think I'm the one that's gonna be punished for it. And it's kind of sad because the humiliation and the shame I'm feeling now is nothing. It's gonna be nothing compared to the love I'm gonna get and the thing I'm gonna get. Do not forget, because I'm not gonna forget, and I'm not gonna. I think, and it's like people like that for some reason after they did their deed and literally tortured you, they're just looking at you. But my silence be mad loud because I don't give a fuck about you. I never fucking did, bitch. I never did. I never will. And now I double never will because you already showed me who you really are. You should have kept acting. You should have acted better. Maybe if you kept a stronger mask, I would be none the wiser. But thanks for showing me who you are. Like my mom trying to put her mask back on right now is embarrassing. It's embarrassing because you done already try to kill me, laugh at me, and talk about me every day. That's who the fuck you are. You don't see me doing that, right? That's who you are, and they just don't want to hear it. They're still trying to bully me and hide and cower and hide behind their money. Yeah, and they're still trying. And they've never even experienced a war. Like they just think people are willingly fleeing their country just to be here, I guess. And I don't know. Quite a shame, but I feel like the people who own the media set it up so perfectly. They set it up so perfectly because they know that most men have a big ass ego. They can't be wrong. They don't like being told no. They don't like actually being told what to do. They know that. They know that most men are violent. So that's how I feel. And they also know that most of them are dumb. So you could just put anything and they'll just be like, yep. And they'll be like their little fanboy, right? All it takes all it takes is for one man to say something and they'll do it. So that stupid professor Jing Jing Jing, whatever his name is, the Asian one. You think I'm about to listen to him? No, because I'm a woman. I'm a woman and I'm not listening to him. I seen three fake intellectuals in my lifetime. The last one was the one who hated feminists. And I what's his name? He was like a professor. And that was the first one I seen. But there's been so many different fake intellectuals on YouTube. And it did not change my character because it's my character. I cannot wait to leave here. I cannot wait to leave here. This was one of the toughest things I've ever experienced, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna pretend to be tough and hide behind a mask. No, it really did hurt me because I know I did nothing wrong. I didn't even fucking know any of these people. They want to punish me for something that happened when I was a little kid to the point where even my mom was in on it because I did not tell her what happened. I never did. And thank God I. Yep. It also reminds you of the lyrics of I don't know who to blame, so I blame the government. Because they don't even understand that the government is just random innocent people too. And you guys need structure in your life because you're gonna fucking let a drug dealer suddenly be your president now. I'm not saying he won't do a good job, he will, but you just never experienced this level of gang violence. It's like you need, I don't know. It's like every Indian just wants to be the chief, and you need to just let the chief be the chief, bro. You just need to let the chief be the chief and for fight for money or housing or something. Because most of these people are social people, and I don't know. I seen all of their faces now, because it's like now they're expecting me to like I don't know what they want from me, because it's like I'm not gonna fucking forgive you. You're gonna face your karma. You are going to face your karma whether you like it or not. So if you never wanted to face your karma, you would have never fucking done it. All right? You would have never been in your stupid community group trying to drive people towards suicide for insurance money. That's your character. That's who you are. You know what I mean? I bet they've gone through a lot, and I'm not saying they, but who hasn't? Who hasn't? You would much rather throw a bunch of people who are fleeing from a war torn country outside than just I don't know, bruh. But anyways, I don't really see nothing good coming to America. I just wish I could leave now, but they're not. Every country is realizing they're gonna try to trap us out and do the same thing America did to them. Oh, you fleeing from your war torn country, run by a bunch of gang members who won't won't let you have order anything online or live free because oops, they had to go to jail, and oops, they didn't have food when they grew up. Sob story, cry, sob story. Oh my god, my mom died when I was young, so that means you still have your mom. That means I need to harass you because I'm jealous of the fact you have a mom, and and I don't. Whole time you're a whole different person. Oh, who cares? Can't order what you want to order now. You can't eat what you want to eat now because I don't have a mom. If I had a mom, then cool, I would understand. But since I can never understand you, sympathize with you, empathize with you, now I gotta limit you and be jealous of you. Oops, oops, I had to work. Now I have to punish you because my boss is harassing me at work and you don't seem like you have a job. That's who people are in the hood. So you can't tell me shit. You can't get me to fucking lock my hair. You cannot tell me shit, bro. Because the minute you try to help these people down, out, they pull you down and tell you you don't deserve the same thing they want. They're gonna tell you you don't deserve love. You don't deserve to go on dates. You don't deserve to work, and they're gonna try to make you kill yourself or join their stupid gang violence. That's who they are. Never be fooled. Never fucking be fooled. Because the minute you try to help these people out, that's what they do. I tried to give these people money, clothes, attention, love. Don't help them. Alright? They're mad at something else. They're mad that they don't have a mom. And whole time, of course, my mom is gonna be like, "Yes, please validate me," because she's not gonna go to therapy. She's not gonna apologize because she's not sorry. She intentionally did it. She intentionally did it to wreck my nervous system and get insurance money and all of that. So why the fuck would she ever say sorry? That would make her lesser than she needs to remain on top. Hey, her boss is making her beg for attention every day, so why the fuck would she give her child attention and money? If she has to be begged for it, they're never gonna get that. You need to just let the new generation have it because the new generation knows what the fuck they're talking about. And it's like if they don't have empathy for the youth is never gonna have empathy for them, and then they wanna cry about not being young anymore. Whole time. No offense, but I've seen enough. My fucking next door neighbor, I keep talking about her because it's fucking crazy. Cause it's like they don't think I know that they're talking about me and try to humiliate me, and all of them are happy. They're happy as fuck that they got to shame me and make fun of me. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. People do not change. If they change, they would either stop or they would have never done it. They're mad they got caught. They're mad that they have to stop. They're mad that they're wrong. But or they're mad that they bullied, hurt me, and put me through trials and tribulation. No, they don't. No, they're not. And guess what? Every time I do complain about it, they're gonna say, "Well, I went through something similar, and I went to jail, and I went, and my mom." But they're never gonna stop. And they're gonna try to tell me that I'm in a victim complex for actually fucking getting therapy and actually talking about it. So they have to isolate me and make me not use my phone, right? So I can't actually get a job. I can't actually go to therapy. I can't actually go on TikTok. Do not be fooled. I hope they never get it. And I hope when they do get it, they lose it. And then I hope their fucking child suffers for life. That's exactly what's gonna fucking happen to you. Your child is going to suffer for life. Remember that. Because their fucking parents ain't shit. Their parents ain't shit. Because when you see a good person come into your community, this is what you do. You crawl them up and push them back into the fucking boil because they wanted weed. Whole time they're getting money. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, "Well, she was annoying me, and she was just like pure bullshit." Whole time they would. It's like they're unhappy with themselves. Trust me, bro. Because when I was buying a lot of weed, they would be like, "Oh, I'm making a lick off this girl." Whole time, bro, we obviously want to buy it, and they would also put less in it. They're not good people. Do not trust anything they say because you give them money and you buy a lot of weed or something. Like if you live in the hood, they'll still try to lace you. They'll still put less in the bag because that's who they are. They're unhappy people, and they deserve whatever fucking is coming their way. I'm telling you, this time I'm looking the other way because I might be very empathetic, but I'm choosing myself too. I'm choosing myself too because something bad is coming to America, bro. I'm telling you, something is in my gut is telling me something bad is coming to America. Don't help these fucking people out. I don't care what nobody tells me. Black men are violent and they're weird. And the people in the hood are violent and weird and they have a fucking victim complex. They have a victim complex. They'll never get that all you need to do is be nice to people. Alright? You've been hurt. Who cares? You think you're the only fucking person who's been hurt? They lie a lot because they're mad that they had to work whole time. They have a fucking car to get to work. They have friends at their job. They're literally okay. They're lying. We will not fucking help these people out. That's all I gotta say because when you try to circulate the money back into their community, they think, oh, she thinks she's better than us. She thinks she's better than us. She wants our man. That's who they are. Then they start doing random shit. I even had a girl try to charge me $5 extra for every time I buy. Like, and then when you talk about it, they can be like, "Well, I know you've been hurt a lot," and they don't even realize that they're the ones doing it. They're the ones doing the hurting. They want me to fucking blame the government. The government does way more for me than you do, bitch. So at the end of the day, who really is it? You're the fucking problem. Like the people in this fucking building is the fucking problem. But they'll never get it because admitting they did something because they're Christian. That's really what it is. They're fucking Christian, so they'll never admit that they fucking hate people and they abuse people and they abuse their children and they're having children for attention from a man who's just gonna cheat on them and abandon the child. Then the child is gonna be playing outside. They think children just need a little bit of money and attention. Like you know how much attention children want and need. Y'all got another thing coming for y'all. Something bad is coming to America because all of these people are fucking stupid as fuck. They're stupid as fuck. They're too busy trying to control the scenario and control the situation instead of letting people just be themselves. Now you this shit no lie, this shit is turning to Mexico, bro. Because it's like, oh, now you can't order what the fuck you want because my ego is the size of a golf ball and I said no. That's exactly the problem I'm having with my mom. She's failing to realize that I'm my own person with my own goals and my own trauma. And I have my own needs and I go through it just like the rest of them. Yep, they don't deserve shit. And at least at least when shit goes down, I'll know that I fought for my country. It wasn't me, yo. It was not me. It was Mel and his gang and all of the fucking ICE agents. That's who it was. So when the country fails, that just so you know, it was all of the fucking people who were so happy to hurt another person because they believe that their trauma gives them the right to hurt, kill, and abuse. Hmm. And especially somebody like Jermaine, he thought his trauma gave him the right to abuse another woman. He got his own apartment. Guess what he did with his new apartment? Tried to abuse and cheat on his woman. Come on. So at the end of the day, that's who the fuck men are. And they're in for a wild surprise when they're starts doing the same shit they wanted to do. If they ever have it, if they ever even get that far. Because honestly, most of these guys, you really gonna have to enslave a bitch to ever get any attention from me because it's like you're a bad person. And it's like they restrict everything. If you that's why I see why girls be asking for a lot because if you want something like weed, I mostly just wanted weed because it's something that pleases me. It's easy to give. But guess what? They will hold that back too. If you want them to talk to you, they're gonna restrict and hold that shit back too. They're very, very insecure. Like Mel is the most insecure guy I've ever met in my entire life. Bitch. They don't even realize that they're trying to control people through violence and fear and restriction. I don't got time to restrict. Shit, I be giving people it because it's like I don't know. It makes the interaction quicker. It makes the it makes the interaction quicker because it's like, bro, oh, okay, goodbye. You said no. Woo, he said no. I'm gonna die. That's what I be feeling like, bro. Okay. Oh my god, he said I was weird. Oh my god, I must die. Like they be making themselves king and thinking they're so fucking important. That's why from now on I'm just gonna stay fucking silent because it's like you meet and he's like this is the third neighborhood this has happened to me too. And it's like every neighborhood is just like, oh, here's a king, here's another king, and here's another king. That's why they be so afraid to leave their neighborhood. Because they know as soon as they leave their neighborhood, as soon as they leave their country, they're gonna just run into a man with a even bigger ego than they have. Yep. And then trust me, bro. Trust me. They run into a man who with an even bigger ego, or a man who's even more violent than them. I guess that's what a lot of women have been going through, except for the Asian countries. They got their men trained, but all of the other countries, especially in the heat, they will kill. They will kill even young girls, young kids, to get dominance. So that's who the fuck we're dealing with. I'll never do it again. I've learned my lesson. Somebody else gotta go help the people in the hood out, because you start doing it, they corrupt you. All right, they corrupt you. They're bad people. They now it's like they're trying to restrict weed from me and shit. It's like, bro, I'm done smoking. I haven't even smoked. I'm not, and it's like I ain't even gonna smoke all fucking year. Nope. Because I see who you fucking people are now. You are the type of person, you one person tells you this person is bad, and here you going around lacing them like Finn. Here you are trying to humble somebody for being good to you. You ain't shit. But I rest my case because I feel like this was already known. That's why everybody just ignores them and think they're thugs. For real, that's why everybody fucking ignores them and think they're thugs, because every fucking time you do try to help them, here they are, trying to humble you and ruin your life and trying to fucking brainwash you and tell you they're just the same shit. Now it's like, oh, you gotta lock your hair, or and you gotta stop doing this, or we won't talk to you. Get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, I'm not fucking doing it. So it's like you're gonna have to just kill me, because it's like now they're trying to tell me how to live my life, and just because I look young. And I'm telling you, the Jews, they set it up perfectly. They know everybody got the fucking a big ass ego. They have a big ego, and they cannot be told that they're wrong, and they will not stop because they already have made themselves king. To my mom, it's been years. She still has not changed, because she will never say that she did something wrong. So I rest my case. This is not gonna stop. As soon as it starts, you get an order from somebody high up that it's okay to treat your citizens like this. They are never going to stop. It's only gonna get worse. Really, I must leave America. But let's see, yo. Let's see how long. Let's see, cause it's. I'm telling you, it's only gonna get worse. Anyways, I'm disappointed in the Haitians. I feel like they bought the war here. I'm disappointed in the black Americans because they don't have no empathy for nobody but themselves, because they think they had it worse and they can't sympathize with somebody who they think is better than them. Whole time pain is pain. All pain is pain. All life is suffering. But they think they have it worse, and they're living in a fucking victim complex. And anytime you try to fucking help them out, even if you buy drugs, you think they're, and even if you buy drugs and try to circulate the money into their community, they'll just lace you, talk about you, and use their gang to harass you, because he's he's like insecure about being black. He's insecure about the life he's living. Whole time nobody even gives a fuck. I don't. You see the life I'm living, bitch? I'm dressed as a unicorn. You think I give a fuck?